Hi everybody, my name is Jesse. I'm a member of the Smule Inspire Team and I'm going live here. None of you can see this yet, but I figure if you're watching this in playback, you'll want an introduction instead of me just sitting here. So I'm a member of the Smule Inspire Team. The Smule Inspire Team is a group of 30 of us, about 30. Hey! It's a group of about 30 of us that are active Smule users who we were picked by Smule, by the brand in California. Hey there everybody. And we were asked to provide them with information, be engaged in the community, give them ideas and inspire ideas. So really that's the crux of what the Smule Inspire Team is. It's a team of brand ambassadors who are active users of the app, who are interested in seeing the community and the ecosystem grow and develop, and seeing Smule be what it is for each of you. I think this amazing place where we sing, we record, we interact with one another. And we have all of these little private recording studios in our homes. So, hey everybody, tell me where you're from. This is the first time, as far as I know, this is the first time that we're going live on Smule's YouTube page, and so this is something new. This is something brand new. The theme behind tonight is essentially staying inspired on the app. That combined with, if you're a total newbie to the app, you don't really know what you're doing, maybe some tips, maybe some ideas. If you're somebody that's a long-time user, I've been using the app, it'll be 4 years this summer, maybe this is something that will inspire you to try something new, some new ideas. And in fact, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for new ideas. If you are always saying to your group of friends, wouldn't it be cool if Smule could do this, or if we could do that on Smule? I'd love to see that. That information is really important. Watching from Mongolia. Wow, hi Mongolia. Hi Haiti and Brazil. Wouldn't it be cool if Smule could do that? These conversations have gone on behind the scenes. Hey Virginia, hey Nettie. And a lot of these things have evolved. The app has changed a lot. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about, in this concept of staying inspired is, I thought I would tell you a brief story. At the same time, if you want to throw out your usernames, I'd like to look back on this and sing with you. Check this out. There are only 18 people, 17 people on here right now, so if it's not an overwhelming number of you, I'll be able to sing with everybody. But if 1,000 people join, that might take me a while. But you can PM me. You can send me a private message on Smule at JesseCube, JesseCube. The Smule Inspire Team. If you're curious to see more of us, you can go to see who the team is. You can go to Smule inside the app to sing karaoke, and you can type in Smule Inspire as a one word, and you'll find that there is a username, there's a channel that has this. That channel is following each of us. So if you take a look at that, I think you'll see some familiar faces, some people that you sing with, some people that you follow, and then hopefully some new people too. And each of us, we are on the app singing, but we're also on the app volunteering. And if you know that person, share ideas with them and say, hey, you want to pass this along. So it's a great way to have your voice be heard. I wanted to tell you guys a story about early days, almost 4 years on Smule. Yeah, me too. Early days on the app for me, I joined a Line group. The Line app together with Facebook, probably some of the two biggest places that you've got communities of Smule users who behind the scenes have these chat rooms going. Some of them are very focused on group songs. Some of them are very focused on competitions. There are chat rooms that might be focused around something like a Christian group or a Spanish-speaking group, people from Hawaii, cosplayers, people who like to cosplay. So there's all these groups. You can find groups on Smule, usually under something like #audition. People will post a solo where it's on their page. It looks like an open call that you could join, but they haven't sung. They might have put an introduction, but otherwise they've put up a solo to say, this is an audition for ABC group, XYZ group. No, I'm not streaming on Facebook or Twitter right now. I'm just doing the YouTube stream right now. And I think this is our first time doing a YouTube live. So anyways, like I was saying, that's a way to find groups. And in my case, I happened to join somebody who was a leader in a group, and I'd been on the app for a very short period of time, a couple of months, and they said, hey, download this app, Line, by the Line Corporation, and come and join our group. And that led to me meeting a few people, meeting a few more, and then wanting to get into some groups that were some of these big groups that had maybe 100 people in them. And I want to tell you a story about a friend of mine named Jared that I met. He's a Canadian guy that I met through one of these groups. So I was in there, and he mentioned that he loved the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and that he wanted to sing something with me. And he was like a mega fan. And I came onto the scene, and I know a couple of songs from the radio, but I haven't really studied the music to really, all the nuances and really how all the subtle nuances that's part of the fun of Smule. And so, I said to him, all right, I'm gonna sing. He wanted me to sing Other Side, and I said, I'll sing it where I'm the lead singer, and you can sing backup, and then you sing it, and I'll sing backup. And so we did this. We did the identical song with one of us on lead and one of us on backup vocals, a little bit of echoing, a little bit of harmony. And that was really, I thought that was it. We had sung a song together in two different ways, but, moving on, singing other things, trying to learn some more songs. And he sends me a message, and he says, actually, he heard me sing a stripped down acoustic guitar version of Maroon 5's Animals. So that's one of the great things about Smule. With a lot of the karaoke apps, you have this very basic track. It's a bit computerized, and it's your backing instrumental of varying qualities that we're used to. And you join it, you sing it, it's great, but it's not the richest sounding instrumental maybe. And hi India, hi Brazil. So what you can do though is, like, let's say you're searching for Animals by Maroon 5 and you see the official Smule version. Well, maybe somebody has uploaded a guitar version. Maybe somebody has uploaded a piano version. And depending on what you find, it could be a really slow piano version. It could be this really sultry version that's almost jazzy. Or it could be something where, it's a guitar version that's very upbeat. Could be guitar and drums, could be just, the feeling like you're in a coffee shop and it's just a one-man show. So I happened to find one, and it's Animals by Maroon 5, and in fact it was a Smuler who had played it. He played the guitar, he uploaded it, I joined him, and I sang it and Jared heard it. And he messaged me online and he says, I heard what you did. And when I joined it too, there's a howl, and there's some layering that Adam Levine does, and there's a howl midway through that if you're not in a studio environment, you can't just jump right into the lyrics after that. And I thought to myself, I knew the howl was coming because I had sung the song enough times, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna do the howl, but then I'm gonna miss some lyrics. I'm gonna pretend like I'm on stage, maybe at a coffee shop, and I'm just going to zip through that part as a performance, but like just kind of a little bit of a faster paced thing. making it feel really raw and live and just something fun. And I kind of felt like here I am singing, and here I am kind of character acting. Try something fun. And Jared hears this and he says, I wasn't a fan of the song. I'm not into pop music. I really like rock. But I really liked that. And we should sing something like that. And he said, not only that, but like we should sing a few songs. Let's sing, a few songs where it's nothing but acoustic guitar, no drums, no snares, nothing, no other instruments. And he says to me, let's sing 12 songs. So he was the first person that ever approached me on the app that said, let's sing 12 songs. So let's make a CD. And I said, yeah, all right, let's do it. I remember I was standing in a grocery store and I'm on the app and he's messaging me. And I said, yeah, it'll be like we're in like a coffee shop and we're like doing this stripped down pop. And he says, yeah, like coffee shop pop. So, all right, we decided that's it. We're gonna join this, we're gonna make this coffee shop pop. I'll answer your question about VIP in a second and benefits of VIP, how to work with VIP. So coffee shop pop. If you go to Smule and if you type in the username coffee shop, S-H-O-P, pop, P-O-P, you're gonna find a channel. You're gonna find a user. And what we did is we decided, if I join you on the app, and then I sing 6 songs, I do a solo, I open up 5 more songs, I join 3 more people, and then I join you again. And I repeat that. And you and we have this rapport going. But I'm just joining you every, maybe every 10 days. Well, at the end of 3 months, if we want to listen to our little mini album, how are we going to find it? I'm going to be scrolling through my page. We thought about maybe we could hashtag in the description some sort of a hashtag that would be searchable. And that's a great way to group your songs. Maybe if you sing with a best friend, you want to do hashtag, Jesse and friend, or whatever it is. But we thought, okay, let's do something different. We're going to do each of these as a group song. So when you open up the Smule app and you're ready to sing, you can open as a solo, you can open as a duet, where it's an open call, an OC sometimes we'll call it, or a group song. And if you do a private group song where it's not broadcast to all your followers, with the private group song, you can join it a couple of times. You could join it silently, where literally you click the button to join, you do not touch your microphone, you wait about 30 seconds, you hit the save button. It takes 20 to 30 seconds before you're able to save anything. And then you lower the volume down to -12 and you have a silent join. Somebody just asked, by the way, what is Smule Inspire? What is this all about? So just to recap, since we're about 13 minutes in, Smule Inspire is, we are a group of volunteers, like Nettie just said on there. We're a group of volunteers that were hand-selected by the team at Smule, the brand, in San Francisco. And they picked about 30 of us to be kind of a brainstorming group, to be a team of creatives, a team of inspiring people who were out in the community doing our thing, but at the same time interacting with people, asking them if they had ideas, talking with them, and being available for questions. So we are just like you're on the app, we're on the app. We're not actually employees of Smule, we're just volunteers and users of the app I happen to be living in Florida. I'm originally from California and then Hawaii. But I happen to be in Florida. Some of the team is international and all across the US. And we're a team that if you go to Smule's blog, if you go to smule.com//blog, B-L-O-G, you can see that they're blogging about new artists that they're showcasing. They're doing the Smule pick. There is a blog entry about the Smule Inspire Team. The sister team is the Smule ambassadors, and you've got these two teams that are working like brand ambassadors, working as inspiring teams, and oh, thanks for following Coffee Shop Pop and me, that are just fielding information from outside, bringing our opinions in, talking, doing things like this. Some people have gone live on Facebook, some people have gone live on Instagram, Smule meetups, things like that. But anyways, back to my story and Coffee Shop Pop. So Jared says to me, you know, let's sing these 12 songs. So we got on the app. We found some instrumentals that didn't have a single other beat, didn't have any drums in it. They weren't electric guitar, they were just acoustic guitar. And we did our 12 songs. And it was really exciting. You know, it was really, felt like we had accomplished something. You know, we had recorded an album. And it started a momentum. It was something very fresh, and my friends, his friends, Jared's friends, by the way, he's Jared_Bailey on the app, and they started to say, you know, you should do more. And we wanted to do more, and in fact, we ended up doing about 69 of them so far. We haven't done one for probably over a year now, but it remains on the app as this legacy, and we made an account that was legacy for us. We made this account that is @CoffeeShopPop, and what we would do is, if we were going to sing a song, if we were going to do Maroon 5's Animals, for example, and if I was going to be the lead singer, I would open the song. I would sing the entire song, and then I would tag Jared in it. So in the description or in the comments, I would put @Jared_Bailey, or a variety of other usernames that he's had in the past. And I would tag him. And then he would get the song, he would listen and start to sing some harmonies, maybe do some echoing. And at the very end, I would take the Coffee Shop Pop account on another phone, and I would join the song as well and make no noise. I would do that silent join concept. And that kind of pegged it, you know, nailed it to a channel. And so now all I have to do is go to Coffee Shop Pop, and there is this entire channel of 69 songs. So I start chatting with other friends. Nettie, who is on this right now, she's Nettie Sounds, NETTIESOUNDZ. She and I were talking, and we had her as a guest singer on Coffee Shop Pop. We had some of our other friends as guest singers, and I said to her, you know, we're chatting, and she plays the piano, and we were like, you know, we should do a piano version of Coffee Shop. Sorry, got a call. So I think I'm still recording. Yeah, okay. So we decided that we would do a piano version of Coffee Shop Pop. Where it would mostly just be with piano, maybe a little bit of strings as well. And we decided to make smoky jazz. So same concept, we made a channel, like a username that wasn't going to go VIP, wasn't going to do anything special, wasn't going to open its own songs. It's just going to silently join our piano songs. And I wrote it down over here, but I think we did 64 songs. Nettie and I have done 64 so far, where they're just beautiful piano instrumentals, and we're doing these acoustic piano versions of songs. And this is something that I want to mention to you guys. You know, if you feel like you've learned a song, you know, you feel like, yeah, I can really do Lady Gaga's Bad Romance or Paparazzi, and that's like one of my songs. You almost have the lyrics memorized. Try a piano version. You know, type in Bad Romance piano. Type in Lady Gaga. Your sound is not speak. Am I really quiet? Do I sound really quiet? Let me know if I do. I can get closer or louder. But search for things. Put in, you know, Lady Gaga piano, Lady Gaga acoustic. You hear me great? Okay, good. You can hear me fine, thanks. So Lady Gaga guitar, and violin, you know, cello. Depending on what you put in, depending on what people have uploaded, you're gonna find some neat instrumentals. you're gonna find, jazzy ones that are kind of a postmodern jukebox style. And then you can really start to play with songs. I've seen cello ones and definitely some cello Christmas music that's been really great, like What Child Is This? Some Game of Thrones cello renditions that have been really cool, and I've sung with it. And between violin, which is almost like a high human voice, and cello, which is more like a low voice, um, you know, you might find something that really matches your tone. Are there famous people in the Smule studio? There's a lot of famous people that, singers and recording artists that join the app. And I think that's a big draw for people, is you can sing with Ed Sheeran. You can join him as many times as you want, and you can practice. I saw somebody saying, the partner artists, that's right, how do you post your songs onto social media or maybe onto YouTube? There is a share function if you play with that. I'll pull up the app in a little bit, but there's a share function. And if you click on the share function and you want to share to Instagram, it will prepare it and it'll let you do, if you got a 3-minute video and Instagram lets you do 1 minute, you can kind of scroll through it and decide what 1 minute or 30 seconds of it you're going to actually post. But there's also a function where you might just share it and it will save it onto your iPhone or your Android phone. I know with iPhone, I have an iPhone. It will save it as a 3-minute video right there, so you could then upload that onto YouTube. You could potentially put it on Facebook. Facebook isn't as friendly to cover songs as YouTube is. YouTube has the ability for fans to do cover songs, and the recording artist, the original recording artist, still is able to do monetized commercials and advertising off of it, and they get the royalties off of that. But anyways, so I saw something come up on the screen, and it was something I wanted to talk about briefly. Why go VIP? Why are things VIP? Of course, Smule is a business, and so they've got a business model, and they're trying to provide us with this amazing app where they're uniting the world through singing. And they've got their business model. They've got to keep it profitable. And I remember starting out on Smule not VIP, and having a little bit more of limited range of effects that I could use vocally. I really do think that some of the nicest ones, like Polish is a very nice one, and that's a free one. So you can do a lot with Polish if you're not VIP. And where VIP gets, exciting is the ability to sing with yourself and save it private. Sing with yourself 3 times. Make a group song where you're singing harmony with yourself and you're echoing. That's a lot of fun. And, and then, of course, when you're VIP and you open up duets, people start following you. Yeah, okay, a little sticky. And friends. But people start following you, and that's interesting too, because not only is it like an ego boost of, oh, I got 1,000 people following me on the app. You meet people, you meet other singers. Just about everybody on the app is an aspiring singer, at the very least, and there's a lot of people that are established singers, and it's global. They're all around the world. I wanted to tell another story. One day I'm on the app, I'm singing, and this Italian guy joins me, and he sings the song. He's got a really thick accent in the English that he's singing. It's fun. And I'm Italian American, and so I saw this. I saw he's Italian. I wrote to him in my broken Italian. And he says, you should sing. You can be the bass baritone in our quartet with me and my 2 Italian friends. And so I get pulled into this, buonasera. So I get pulled into this little Italian club, the 4 of us to start with. And, what I thought, and they wanted to sing Barbara Ann, I think it's the Beach Boys. Barbara, something like that. I don't know if that was popular in Italy way back when. And we sang it, and I started interacting with these guys, and I said to one of the three, Fabio, you can search him on the app, Fabio 86, and then the letter V, like victory. He's this really rich tenor, higher male voice, and I said to him, I want to sing this Italian song, and I'm a little bit, I don't want to mess up the pronunciation. Could you help me with it? So we practice it. We sing it together, and boom, he becomes one of my best friends. We're singing, daily at one point, and at this point we've sung hundreds of songs. Nettie and I, she's on the chat right now. She and I have sung hundreds of songs. Somebody's posted really long things. I'll have to go back and see what that says. And maybe I can help you later. If you have a really long message to send or big question, it might be easier to message it to me on Smule at JesseCube. Sorry, I got another call. My point with this part of it is, you're going to meet people on the app. Yeah, phone call. I tried to turn on the airplane mode, but whatever. Hopefully they'll go away without me having to turn this off. I know, it's not a telephone call, it's Facebook Messenger. But anyways, so lost my train of thought there for a second. What was I saying? Anyway, oh yeah, if you got something really long to write, send it to me at JesseCube. And I was going to tell you guys a story too about Nettie, who I've been singing with, and to encourage you about joining groups, to encourage you about meeting people. I will say, if you meet somebody on the app and you don't like them, they're writing to you all the time, you feel like they're a little bit of a stalker vibe, or conversations, you don't like it. Either you feel like they're a bully or whatever, just hit the block button, and you don't have to receive messages from the person anymore. I have met some people who have said to me, oh, I wish, Smule had never done the chat function because, I don't like to get messages from strangers. Well, if you're not following them, they're going to be in the other area. And if you click in there, there's the people you're following, and then there's other. But you could definitely just block people if you don't want to interact with them. But so I joined a group. I talked about this a little bit earlier, where I have joined one of these Smule rooms that's like a chat room online, and then another, and then another, and then another. And I'm in one. I don't really know anybody, and the founder says, would you judge a song? Would you judge? Wow, that's so annoying. I hope he stops calling. So he says, will you judge a weekly contest together with this lady named Nettie? So Nettie Sounds. And it was a Disney contest. It was like, the song of the week type of thing that people would sing. And so I said, sure. And it's a really funny story too, because Nettie's really organized and I'm really busy. And it came time to deliver for us to deliberate and to deliver the results, to say who was going to win the competition. And she messages me and she says, so who'd you pick? And I said, oh, right. We gotta listen to those songs. So I listened to the songs real quick, and in fact, we picked the same song. We both liked a song from Pocahontas, and I said to her, the female singer, because it was a duet, female singer, she kind of reminds me of Pocahontas. In my mind, what I would imagine, maybe the intonation's a little bit different, it's kind of an exotic sound because English wouldn't have been her first language. And I said, yeah, and the other guy sounds like the white guy. And she says, the white guy? You mean John Smith? And I said, oh yeah, that's his name. And so, I later find out she's this major American history buff, and, I'm not particularly good with historical names. So this became really funny. This became an ongoing joke that it was Pocahontas and the white guy. Turns out that Pocahontas was actually Nettie's sister. And of course, she didn't want to pick her sister as like favoritism, but I had brought it up. I had said I think Pocahontas should win, and they won. And that was my first interaction with Nettie, and that was about it. And honestly, I feel like a lot of people join a line group. They don't meet anybody, really. They have a couple of interactions and then they leave. And I've seen a lot of that. There's kind of a churning of line rooms where, pretty quickly people are out. But I hung around and I joined a competition. And competitions, if you join one, it's a great experience. You should be ready to be judged. It is very whatever, The Voice, America's Got Talent, something, where they're going to, at some point tell you, you were off. That was no good, They're not all, Katy Perry and laughing and funny and hilarious. Some of the people are just like, yeah, I don't like your deep voice. But I had joined one and I had to sing a ballad. And I really wasn't sure what ballad to do, and so I sung three. And I did Hero by Mariah Carey, My Heart Will Go On, Celine Dion, and then Hallelujah. So I've got these three songs, and I go into the group, and I just posted, and I said, hey, is anybody around? Does anybody want to hear a ballad? Could I post, just message you my song? I kind of would like an opinion to see if any of these are any good. And Nettie was there, and she says, yeah, let me hear. So we start messaging in private, and I said, well, which one do you want to hear? And she says, no, I'll listen to all three. I have time. I just broke my ankle, I think she says. I'm in bed. I don't have anywhere to go. And so she listens to the first song and writes me like 3 paragraphs of just extreme praise. Yeah, instant #1 fan. And I was kind of blown away. I was like, okay, I don't know if it was that good. And then she listens to the next song, and I get the same thing. And finally, she listens to Hallelujah. And even before, she says, I'm not a fan of the song, really, but let's see what you're doing. And by the end of it, she says, that was amazing. You've made me a fan of the song. You need to submit that song. The point of this story, because I did not win the competition, the point of the story is I made a friend. I started interacting with somebody who took the time to really listen to the song and really give me some feedback, things that she really loved about what I was doing. Real feedback, the kind that a good friend would give you. And, not that much longer later, a friend of Nettie's passed away. And, I hope you don't mind if I tell this story. And she wrote to me and she said, my friend passed away, and I'm going to sing him a little song just like in memory. And she sang Wind Beneath My Wings, Bette Midler. And she says, would you, Darius? That's right. And she says, would you join it? So first of all, up until then, it's the Karaoke app, kind of beginning of like recording studio app, but it wasn't that that degree of a personal relationship yet, where I'm connecting with somebody. We're singing for essentially a memorial, and I listened to what she had done, and it was really very vulnerable. It was very beautiful, and so for the first time since I'd been on the app, I joined her very quietly. I wanted what I was doing to be rich support, but soft, really just a nice background singer. And she loved it. I was honored to be able to sing with her. And that started a little tradition. I wrote to her around Christmas then, and I had done What Child Is This? I had done a group song. I had been thinking, I had only done one layer, but I had been thinking I'm going to sing on this a few times. And I'm going to make something. But I did the first layer, and instead I thought, you know what? This would be really beautiful with a female voice on it. You need a friend like Nettie. Nettie's great. But anyway, so, and Nettie is this beautiful Aries. I said, circling. joined and deleted the song maybe 12 times because she was so nervous, she said. I don't think that happens anymore. But we started making music. I think it's going round and round. Is it good now, or is it cutting in and out still? What do you guys, do you hear it good or no? Let's see. I think we're back. Are we back? Hmm. Pinwheel of Death, Jesse. Yeah. Um, well, let's see. We're back. Okay. I don't know if you're supposed to go this long on YouTube, but anyway, um, we're at the 36-minute mark. But so I'm back. So let me continue with the story for a minute. Um, so, so far so good. There we are, talking about other interests, and she says, do you know your family tree? And I really didn't. I know my dad's last name, his name, his first name, but he had passed away. Couldn't even remember my grandparents' names on his side. And she said, well, let's make a family tree for you. So she gives me her login information on Ancestry.com, and I log in, and I find him, I find grandparents, and I find back, 12 generations. And she messages me online, the next day, a couple of days later, and she says, oh my God. She says, we're cousins. 10 generations back, your great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, 10 times back, and my grandmother, they were brother and sister. They had the same parents. And, and we were able to find that, not only do we enjoy singing together, but here we are, we're related. Distantly related, but related. And I feel like you'll find these connections too on the app. Give a chat room a chance to meet people. How many employees on Smule? Just wondering. I'm not sure exactly how many employees Smule has. I've looked on LinkedIn and seen, quite a few. And if you go to their blog, you can see, that it's a big team. I'm sure sound engineers and marketing people, and then of course the upper VPs. So, anywho, that was a little story I wanted to share with you about Nettie, about some of the projects that we've done together, and I thought that these would be great ideas for you too. I wanted to show you on a second phone. Look at that, it's magic. I've got two phones here. A couple of Smule tricks that I use. So first of all, if you are on your page, somebody experienced a little bit of delay. I feel like there is some delay occasionally. I hear Android users talking about that sometimes. And you can clear the cache. You can go into the settings behind the scenes on the app, and you can go in there and you can clear cache. Let me see if you can see that way down there, but clear cache can be an option. If you're running out of space on your phone, that might be something that you would want to consider. Just clearing that out and seeing if that improves things, or deleting the app and reinstalling it. Key thing with deleting the app, though, is that you may lose your chat history. So you want to be careful with that. But one of the things I wanted to show you is, you can, aside from following people and favoriting songs, you can put people right into your bio. You can put, if you look at mine, if it will show up very well, let's see, maybe. Well, there they are, because I've done an at them. So, I've got Nettie in mine, I've got Fabio in mine. Hey man, you're boring. Well, ask me a question, Charlie White, and hopefully it won't be a boring answer. But what I was going to tell you is that you can go to this songs tab as well. Yeah, that's right. No, he isn't. So you've got your main channel where you've got, the songs that you've sung. You've got, I'm going to do this a little bit brighter. You've got the active invites, maybe not quite that bright. active invites. You can follow along on Smule if you want. I'm sure you know. And then you've got songs. And with songs, this is a great one. If you haven't used the feature, you can go through on the book, the song book, and let's say you're looking up Lana Del Rey. I'm hoping she joins this, by the way, so join this, Lana Del Rey. We can say hello. But if you're, if you're singing something, Brooklyn Baby by Lana Del Rey, and there it is for a little music, so this doesn't get boring. You can swipe over, and there's these 3 little dots here, and if you click on that, you can bookmark the song. Yes, of some Lana too. And then that song, anytime you want to sing that exact version of it because you went through and you liked that, it's there. It's in your list of songs, right on your profile just for you to see. So it's a little bit of a behind the scenes thing, but it can help you jump to something really fast that otherwise, I like this new James Young song, or it's new to me, Moon Dust, and I found this acoustic piano version of it. I wish I could see that better. I need like a film crew next time. Smule. But boom, there it is, saved right on my profile. So that's one of those tricks that I thought of. I was going to mention as well on this, there's a new feature, 500 limit. Why? To favorites. It used to be 100. And so they upped it. They listened to us complaining. I don't know if it's a little bit of a storage issue or what. There's other ways to favorite your songs through other apps, even through the notes function that you could, save it, save a copy of it. You could save it online. There's a variety of ways to kind of make playlists or to save things. I have a question. Could I reopen a song for an invite again? I think what you mean, Emily, is if you open it and you've got it open for like 6 days, if you're VIP, is there a way to click on it and like restart it so that it does another 6 days? And the answer to that is no. You can, of course, re-sing it, and it's a new version of it because it's a new day and it's a new dawn and it's a new you. But no, at that point, you've sung it, it's expired. I will say something about that. Whenever I open an open call, and I've done this a lot in the past, a little bit less recently because I've been really busy with work, it's really great to join yourself once. So let's say you open up the song, you sing, and I'm feeling good, that's right. Let's say you open up the song and you sang part 1, and that's it. And a couple people join you. Nettie doesn't join you, I don't join you, because we don't even know about the invite. And you get a bunch of people join you who aren't wearing headsets, there's a lot of echo, and you don't really have a full, complete song that you would play for anybody if you were to say to somebody, hey, listen to this, I really like how this turned out and what I did on it. Because you just have these little holes where you sang part 1 and really nobody sang part 2. I think it's really nice to join yourself, sing the part 2, make a complete song, not just to have a song to show off, but it's a great exercise. It's great practice singing part 2. It's great practice echoing yourself, singing harmony on the chorus maybe, and really getting a feel for your own voice. The easiest voice for you to sing harmony with is going to be you. And then it's going to be the people that you know well. I've sung so many times with Nettie, with Fabio, who I mentioned earlier, at Fabio86V, with other singers like Alan Rigby. I know their voices, I know their style, I know when they're going to change notes, so I can come in and I can echo them. If you have no idea how to sing harmonies, there's some definitely YouTube videos that you could listen to since we're here on YouTube. But there's another trick inside the Smule app that you could try. And that is, a lot of times people that are addicted to harmonies, that know how beautiful they are, hi in Indonesia, that are addicted to harmonies will open a song and they will sing a harmony on the chorus somewhere, maybe a little bit somewhere in a verse, even though they haven't heard you yet. So they are singing part one, they're the first singer, and at a certain point where it's your part to sing and they don't have the color to go, they've put in a little bit of a harmony. A lot of times people will hashtag that as a blind harmony. If they don't hashtag it, they may often write, I sung some blind harmonies, watch out. Listen to them. When I go to join a song, if I'm going to join a stranger, if you're going to join a stranger, and if you type in, Lana, Brooklyn Baby, you find the song that you like, and you click on invites, you can see the whole list of who has sung it. And as you're scrolling through that, and you see their little blurbs, their little descriptions, if somebody wrote, I sang some blind harmonies, click on it, take a listen to it, listen to their blind harmony, sing the melody, go ahead and sing your part, and you can see how there is this beautiful harmony, either a third or a fifth above you on a piano. Those would be the notes above you, and learn their harmony, mimic them. That's one of the best ways to start to learn some harmonies, is to listen to what other people are doing with harmonies and then emulate them, and then start to develop an ear for it. And so, that's a great way to kind of develop a new skill set. Echoing, I think, is really cool as well, where, you sing the line, maybe it's just a little bit of an instrumental and there's a little bit of a gap, and then I can come in with a little bit of echo behind you. So, that's a fun way to kind of vary up a song a little bit. So those are some of the key things I wanted to talk about. One other thing that's really neat and that's new on the app is it is where you sing the song audio only. So when you choose to sing the song, you don't turn on the video. You're doing audio only. You're really focusing on the sound. And at the end of the video, before you click save, you click the video button. This is a brand new option. It's only been around a short period of time. Raise your hand if you've tried it. If you do it, it automatically pops in a hashtag into the description of your song, your completed song, which is hashtag music video. So what it enables you to do is record video after you've already, after you've already done the audio recording. So you might wonder why, why would you do this? What's the point? So you could lip sync, be really cool. No, you can, and I have, because sometimes you're singing and you don't want to spend the whole video, going, and you're making these really funny faces. Whereas if you lip sync, you're kind of just chill. Music video, a lot of people are saying that, but you could actually make a music video. And I want to give you an example of that. You don't even have to sing when you're doing the music video. It's not recording any of your vocals. And so you could do something with shadows. You could do something with light. I have a couple examples of that, and then I want to show you how I have done that. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see my screen, but let's see. You can see my kitchen. I'm going to try something, and pick the phone up. 1 second. And then let me just flip this away. Okay, this will probably be a little better. So you can see on here, so I've joined this twice. I'm both the blue guy and the red guy. Thanks, nice socks, right? So you kind of get a feeling for, the video is not the best for this, but I'm just shadows and silhouettes. And so I thought I would show you. Okay, hold on everybody. I'm clipping you back on here. I thought I would show you how I do this. So I'll be right back. Okay, look at how cozy this is. In fact, I'm gonna kill one more light. Okay, so here I am, totally silhouette now, and you know, the way that I've done this is really very simple. I've got a floodlight behind me, and it is a smart light bulb, which is really fun. But basically, I have the light bulb here, it's shining on the wall. I can change the colors, and so, you know, I can play with shadows. You know, I can do different things. I could do, you know, you could dance a little bit, or you could move. You could do things where, you know, maybe vocally, you're hearing the recording and it's going, you know, maybe it's chandelier, and it's, you know, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. Throw 'em back till I, you know, boom, boom, boom. It's continuing. There you are. You're nothing but shadow. And a lot of times too, I'll do this even lower, where, you know, I might have a table in front of me with a candle. The candle is flickering. You've got me. I'm leaning back, maybe on one part. I might go far enough back that, you know, my hand is on here and I'm playing with this, or, you know, you're doing something creative where you're grabbing onto things, and depending on the song that you're singing, if it's moody enough, if you're singing, you know, you're singing Sia. I love this with Sia, you know. Oh, na 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 na. You know, you've got this elastic heart, and here you are. Good night, Samara. Here you are, just this creative, weird creature, this mime. Have fun with that. Tag me in those. I'm really curious to see you guys create some interesting, inspiring videos. So, again, I'm Jesse from the Smule Inspire Team. I'm gonna start wrapping up soon. We're a group of volunteers. If you've got ideas for the app, if you've, you know, done something new, you and your friends are doing something new, tell me about it. Send me a message. On the app, I'm at Jesse Cube, and you know, let me know what it is that you're curious about. I've been thinking about ideas where, you know, maybe there would be a playlist of tutorials. You know, how cool would it be if we had a playlist on Smule, maybe, where there were some voice lessons? You know, people giving advice on warming up, people giving advice on harmonies. I have a few friends on the app that are classically trained. Simply _ Kristen, Kristen. You know, she's got a beautiful voice and opera trained, and a good friend of ours at Dramatic K is a dramatic soprano. This idea of, if you've had voice classes, you know, sharing them, or potentially even, you know, having a voice teacher come on could be really fun. I was thinking for the next time I go live on here, inviting my guitar teacher, who's also a piano teacher and voice teacher, and having her give some vocal tips. And in fact, I could be the guinea pig. You know, she could have me do the warm-up, so that you guys could see what exactly, you know, you might get out of it, out of some time with a voice class. Explain your screen name, Jesse Cube. Wouldn't that be fun, Robert? So when I joined Line, I had just some random name that I had picked, and I joined a group, and the group wanted me to put, their acronym in my name, and I stuck it in, and I joined another group, and I was, Jesse ABCDEFG 123 543291, and by the end, it looked like, I had a car license plate, tacked on to the back of my name. And I was joining so many groups that I almost just dropped the Jesse altogether. And I've seen people do that, and they were just nothing but a string of letters. And I made a friend on the app. Her name is Orb. Her name is Olivia, but everybody calls her Orb, O-R-B. And she is Orb, B-I, O-R-B, B-E-I. I think that might be right. And she on the app was the Almighty Orb. She is Nettie's amazing twin, and there she was, the Almighty Orb. And everybody was like, hey Orb, hey Orb. And I even said to her, your emoji could be the circle, you could be the orb. And I started to think, that's really kind of cool. She's just branded, she's created this brand about herself, the orb that's kind of mystical. And then we discovered that she was exactly half my age at the time. She was 18, I was 36. We were born in the exact same hospital, in the same city, in the San Francisco Bay Area. And I was like, wow, you're like my half twin, I'm like double you. And so she being the orb, I just became the cube, because the orb fits in the cube, somehow the three-dimensional cube. It worked. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna be Jesse Cube. And it stuck. And it's fun, it's strange, it's just, it's not quite the Jesse TV show, but I had a lady join me on an open call, and I had sung blind harmonies, and I had added things. And she says, you sang too much on this, what do you think this is, the Jesse Cube show? And I was like, that's really good. I like that. I think I should be the Jesse Cube show. In fact, on YouTube, I have a total of 4 followers, because I really haven't done much with YouTube yet, and it's the Jesse Cube show. So you can check that out. Also on Instagram, I'm just the Jesse Cube. Jesse Cube wasn't available, and the Jesse Cube seemed Jesse Cube show seemed a little long. Should I turn the light back on, by the way? Vote yes or no if you want me to turn the lights back on. Or if you want me to continue with my moody silhouette body. But yeah, so that's how the name came about. Yes, she says, turn the lights back on. Okay, well, if I turn the lights on too, I'll be able to see my flashcards for the last couple of things I was going to tell you here in the last 2 minutes. So here we go. Ta-da! Okay, I'm back. Lights. So yeah, I want to tell you the groups that I'm in, because I think that you might find this interesting, the variety of groups that are out there. I run a group together with Nettie called TSB, where it's a really laid-back, chill group, where it's just about friends interacting, and a safe place where people can just be themselves. A lot of the folks in there are, this is so romantical, oh good, are, LGBT. We have one friend, is aspiring drag queen, another who is transitioning, and is becoming a trans man, and people who, got kicked out by their parents, one gal, and has found love and a baby, and others who, are 50 and are kind of, mother and father figures in the group. So that's TSB. I'm in a group called Himeni, H-I-M-E-N-I. Himeni is the Hawaiian word for sing, and in fact, it is a group for people from Hawaii. And I spent a number of formative years in Hawaii, found the group, and it's really nice going in there. It's kind of like returning to Hawaii. I'm into men's groups. Men of Sing is one of them, which is MOS. And then Raining Men, it's a very funny name, it's Raining Men. Uh, Although it's raining like kings, it's Reigning. And both of those, it's kind of like men's choir groups, and that's a lot of fun. I'm in Chanticleer's Chanty. I'm in her Just Cause cosplayer group, so that's a whole nother really cool topic of the people that are doing really creative theatrical things on the app, painting, wearing costumes, doing digital cosplay. Digital cosplay is the part that I've, really done the most of myself. I'm in a group called Devils, which is, a number of tremendous, by the power of Grayskull, number of tremendously talented people. A really large dynamic group that's often doing big competitions and elaborate group songs. CASG, together with Nettie. The Badlands is another group that I'm in. CISG is a lot of fun because they have a number of themed rooms, and their founder Z, she runs, a room where people get grilled and they come in there, and that is fun. And for 1 hour, you can ask that person any question, and they're going to give you some kind of answer. Maybe they're going to pour their hearts out, maybe not quite. But they go in there, and you get to meet people, and she kind of advertises it. She tells people, and she says, come in here and watch us grill so and so, and grill them too. And they're constantly doing a weekly competition. The Singers Cafe is one that I got invited into after having been in a competition. And the lady that was in the competition too, that I'd been chatting with, she started a chat room. That's the thing about it too, it's one thing to aspire to be in some trendy, chat room, but don't get obsessed with that. Don't get obsessed with winning competitions. The goal of joining a competition is perhaps to push yourself, to get really thick skin, that you don't care if people say, I don't like, your low harmony. And to meet people, to make some new friends. And so I got sucked into that group. Do it for yourself and have fun, exactly. I'm in another group that used to be called Choir Practice, which is now Cordially Yours. That's Kristen's group. And the Badlands, group of misfits, a lot of medical people in that one, which is a lot of fun, nurses and things. But people expressing themselves, you could open your own chat room. So if you think, I want to join Line, I want to join a Line group, and you meet a couple of people, open up your own chat room, be a founder. If you open up a chat room, you get $50 a month. No, I'm just kidding, you don't. I don't like your gravelly voice. No, but you get to run the room, which is interesting because people fight, and people are still people. And even though you've got people on Line called the Almighty Orb and the Jesse Cube Show, and yes, we are pretty fantastic. You also have some pretty basic people, like you do anywhere. And so you really have to pick your family. Choose your family through your friends, and this friends group of singers. And when I moved down to Florida about 2 years ago, I had been up in Boston for 3 years, and I had started Smule up in iTunes Cash Prizes. Yes, I had started up in Boston on Smule, and moved down here for work, and lost all the friends that I was seeing on a regular basis up in Boston. And I've moved a lot in my life. I lived in Tokyo, lived in Europe for work, a lot of bouncing around the globe for work. And even as a kid, we were kind of gypsies. We are like Armenian gypsy people and Italians. But I kept losing friends, always chronically losing friends that, you have them on Facebook, but it's not really the same thing. Well, I'll tell you what, when I moved from Boston to Florida, the whole group of virtual friends, friends on Smule, friends online that I was interacting with daily, that I was singing with, nothing changed. You know, didn't miss a beat. It didn't skip a beat. I happened to be in a totally different, latitude. And there I was in Florida. I had been in Boston, but I was able to bring everybody with me, and that was really pretty invaluable for me. I really, really enjoyed that. Um, I'll say one more thing too. You might meet amazing people on this app. People who, career-wise, as singers, they're somewhere that you aspire to. I've had people join me that are in bands, um, that are performing regularly, that have CDs out, and you listen to them, and it's like this incredible voice has joined you, and they have 3 followers. Anytime that happens, I'm like, ooh, this person, this has got to be somebody interesting. And a number of them are. A lady joined me with this incredible voice, and she was French, and I started interacting with her, and she says, yes, actually, I'm the lead singer of a trip hop group. And until she said trip hop, I didn't even know what trip hop was, and I went to listen to them, and they were incredible. And she's like, shh, don't tell anybody. I'm just kind of on here for me. Like, I don't want to advertise that I'm our group. Um, Other people, who are right at the cusp of launching CDs, and they've got, the first couple of singles out. And I think that, there's the choir kids, there's the Disney kids, there's the merengue kids. You get the rap groups. I mean, there are so many rappers on Smule who are incredibly talented, and you can start to pull people to you, a little bit of, manifesting what you want, based on the songs you choose. I've sung a lot of Lana Del Rey songs, and I started to see that there was this trend of Lana Del Rey people singing with me. I would see the same people kept joining my kind of obscure songs. Obscure to me, I thought they were relatively obscure, because after you've sung Summertime Sadness and Young and Beautiful, maybe West Coast, because it's on Smule as an official song, um, you know, you start to get deeper and deeper into, true Lana Del Rey fan territory. And the people that are joining you, they are genuine fans. Musical ability and, how much training they've had aside, they love her music, they connect with her music. You're singing her music, they're going to connect with you. And I'm just looking at my cards here, because I was going to tell you one last little story. So I had this thought process, all of these, you got around, great show. All right, thanks, little Stiggy. All of these people keep joining me. I'm gonna make a little chat room on Smule, and I'm gonna call it Cult of Lana. And I made a page for it. You can check it out, Cult of Lana. And I started following some people who were in the group. And it wasn't even a line group. It was just a group on Smule to sing with each other, to share our open calls together and to talk. And one of the guys that I noticed, Tim, he's ultra-violent Tim, with his ultra-violence. The ultra-violent Tim, T-I-M. I kept saying that he was uploading these really beautiful tracks and piano tracks of Lana Del Rey and different things. And I chatted with him, and I invited him into Cult of Lana, and he invited me into the LDR, Lana Del Rey, the LDR squad. And all of a sudden, here I was thinking, I've had this brand new idea. I'm gonna launch the Lana Del Rey room. He had the Lana Del Rey room, and he'd been doing it for a really long time. And he's got 2 of them, because he's at I think at 2 or more, because he's at the max number of people that can be in the rooms. And the next thing I knew, I got invited into the Lana Lovers support group. And my point with that is, find your kindred, souls. If you're really into singing Tool, or, it's, Red Hot Chili Peppers is your thing, or you're Ed Sheeran, or Selena Gomez, and that's your people, is the Selena Gomez singers. Start singing some of their rarer songs, whoever it is, the songs that are not the number one singles, but that are these beautiful tracks. See who joins and keep opening them, and interact with those people. And you could start a room. You could start a little group chat on Smule or online. So that's what I got for you today. Um, you know, uh, my message really is stay inspired on the app. Think outside the box. And if you think outside the box enough and you come up with something interesting, tell somebody about it. Again, you can find the Smule Inspire Team. You can find us if you go on to Smule, right into Sing Karaoke, and you type in one word, Smule Inspire. You're going to scroll down past things that have been hashtagged Smule Inspire, and you're going to find the user profile for Smule Inspire. It is following the 30-something of us, approximately 30 of us. Message them, say hello. If you message me, I'm going to be on the lookout because I've done this, so I'll see it. They may or may not. But start to interact with people. Follow people, write to them, sing with them, and if you want to become friends with people, the wonders, you want to become friends with people in a certain group, start to sing with them, start to get to know people. And if you can say one nice thing about somebody's join, one thing that they actually have done that you like, share that with them, or just, thank you for joining. I love that you're always joining my songs. They may conversely come back to you and say, oh, you're amazing. I have to join because, I'm not a singer, but I have to join you because I just love to hear your singing. People might say something like that to you too. And so, don't write off people who are not necessarily at the same level of vocal training as you, or familiarity with the app. I've had people join me who, are not using a headset because it sounds better when you're in the moment singing and it's just playing. It's not plugged into your head, and then the recording is totally warped. And I've told them that. I've said, by the way, there's a weird echo on my part because I think it's because you weren't wearing a headset. You could try it next time with a headset on. And so if you're patient and you take the time to actually say something to people and let them know, they're probably going to appreciate it. You might start up a friendship. So again, I'm Jesse. I'm from the Smule Inspire Team. I'm at Jesse, Jesse Cube, Cube, on the app. And you can find me on Instagram, the Jesse Cube, here on YouTube, the Jesse Cube Show. I hope I get off of this and find that I have 5 followers instead of 4. But yeah, stay engaged and creative and have fun. If you do a silhouette video, tag me in it because I'm curious to see it. And it was great chatting with all of you. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I hope you tag me in some of your songs. I was worried because Smule has 979,000 followers, that a bazillion people were going to join this and I wouldn't be able to even read what was being written. But it was probably a total of about 100 and something of you throughout the course of this, or maybe less. So write to me, send me some messages if you're watching this not live but after the fact. And I started talking about something but I didn't quite finish the thought because I got a phone call. Sorry about that. Send me a message, and let's chat about it, and let's make some beautiful songs together. So thanks for listening. Bye, those of you that have stayed here till the very end. Have a great weekend.